Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a sharing about why landed houses is going to skyrocket in terms of price in the next 5 years. So for those who are new to this channel, I'm Chester Cheng and this is my real estate channel. Let's go! Now before we begin, according to the YouTube analysis, I am surprised to find out that 90% of the audience that are watching this channel is still unsubscribed yet. I appreciate if you can take a few seconds of your time to click onto the subscribe button and also click onto the bell icon so you won't miss all my future uploads. And if you're watching this video from other social media network, you can find my channel in the YouTube search bar by typing Chester Cheng Real Estate. Now one more thing, apologies if the audio quality is not that good in this video because I forgot to turn on the microphone here to my wireless microphone in my pocket. So currently I'm using the camera's microphone to record what I'm saying, so apologies for that. Now the list I'm going to put will be in random order, not necessarily the first or the last is the most important, it's just random. So number one will be maintenance. If you're buying a landed houses, unlikely there will be any maintenance unless it's a proper strata gated and guarded. If it's just a normal gated and guarded, you have an option to actually subscribe to the community maintenance, or if you don't want, you can also opt out because it is not fully enforced and it is not mandatory. The keyword is mandatory. So I'm sure everybody has known right now, for condo you cannot escape the maintenance fee and the sinking fund, and almost every year or every 2-3 years there will be always an increment in terms of the maintenance. So you cannot avoid it. If you are staying in one or if you own one, I know that you are feeling the pain, like me and myself too, because I own one service apartment in Bukit Jelutong. Now this may and may not affect the resale price of your condo in the next 5 years, but honestly, in my personal professional opinion, likely will, but that is subject also to the location of your condo. But in most cases across the board, it will, because of the current cost of living has shot up the roof. Now another issue will be the parking. Now most condo come with 1 or 2 parking, but special cases I've seen some condo comes with 4 parking, like mine in Suria Jelutong. So if you need a condo with 4 parking, look for me. I have one personally myself in Suria Jelutong, which I'm trying to sell it myself. Now for landed terrace houses, easily you can park 2 cars side by side, some in tandem, but then again outside your gate you can either park 1 more car, at least 1 more car, and slightly opposite, if you are not facing any houses, then you can park another 4 or 5 cars. So that way it solves a lot of issues, because as you know, these days most families have at least 2 cars minimum, and those who have children, who are grown up children, or the parents who are still staying with you, then obviously you have more than 3 to 4 cars. Now after the lockdown, many of the condo or apartment dwellers are finding it very claustrophobic. They are feeling that they are stuck in a cage. Well, to be honest with you, I was one of them. I was staying in my Suria Jelutong apartment, and that is the feeling I get. Now during the MCO, I'm stuck in my cubicle. I'm not allowed to leave my unit. I can't even go to the common area, let alone even take a look at my car and start my car engine. So it was a stressful time back then, and since then I moved to a landed house. Even there's touch wood, if there's any lockdown, I can even walk out to my porch or even walk around the roadside outdoor. So I have the flexibility. Now this also one of the very important reason is that most high-rises, condo or service apartment, they are oversupplied. Reason why developer keep building them is because there is a demand, especially towards the younger generation. They like all the condo facilities, or the swimming pools, the gym, which most of them hardly use. Maybe in a whole year they use it once or twice. Well, probably when they just move in, I believe they will have the excitement, definitely they will use it, but after a while they get bored, like me also, the same thing. So developers keep building them, and because it's easy entry for them to buy, you just put 1,000 ringgit as a deposit and the rest is covered under loan. And that creates a lot of problem because there's oversupply currently in the secondary market that affects the resale value currently, even for the service apartment of mine in Bukit Jelutong. Basically, all the service apartment high-rise, irregardless of the location, even in Subang Jaya, is affected. It's very difficult to sell. Now when it comes to economics, supply and demand is a very key important factor, if there's oversupply in terms of stocks and there's so little buyers, what do you think will happen in the resale value of the condo and service apartment? Now when it comes to landed property, of course the location and also the type of property does factor in as well. If you're talking about those multi-million dollar property, of course that would be a less desirable property because only 1% of the mass population in Malaysia can only afford. Now the type of landed properties which I'm referring to are normally within 1 million to 1.5 million or below. It's like all the terrace houses like this one, you can see these are all the terrace houses, and even townhouses as well. It will come into play as since it's landed. Now for those high-rise dwellers, some of you may say you can't afford landed property because of the price. It's too expensive, and some of them are in very remote location for those who are within your budget range, because I think you guys know most of the developer, they are building the new township which is quite far away from the main central area, so it's not strategically good enough for you. Now because of that, may I suggest a townhouse, because most townhouse, the build up is approximately 1,200 to 1,400 square feet, so it's about the size of your condo or apartment unit. Now the best thing about a townhouse is you have your own porch. Now bear in mind, the next most important reason is because of the porch area. Personally for me, I think this will be the most crucial part in owning a landed house for the next 5 years, and especially the next 5 years is because the prices of the landed house will continue to increase due to this particular reason: EV, electric cars. It will be a matter of time before the public transitioning from the petrol diesel engine to an electric car. Now the next 5 years will be very critical, and I foresee many high-rise dwellers will start to move out from the high-rise and look for landed houses because of this issue. They are unable to charge their vehicle, so that in fact will create a big inconvenience to the EV owner and also to the property owner. They are unable to charge their vehicle, they can't go to work, so that will create a problem. Not just work, maybe they need to travel for leisure or visit a family or just go out station for holiday. They need to juice up the car and they are unable to do so. Now most management doesn't even allow you to plug in your 3-pin plug to charge your vehicle. Don't even talk about the EV box. It's going to be a problem. Now just because of this EV charging, we're going to see a huge shift in terms of high-rise dwellers shifting back to the landed property because they want to find more convenience for them to charge their vehicle. This alone will likely spike the demand of the landed property in the next 5 years. So if you own a landed property, you keep it for the next 5 years, I foresee the price is going to jump up towards the sky. It's probably the sky is the limit for everyone. Now if you own a landed property, you keep for the next 5 to 10 years, definitely you're going to make a huge profit. Now if you haven't owned one yet, I suggest to start looking for a landed property so that you won't miss out on the next jump. Now if I miss out anything, do write in the comment box and we will talk about it. And if you have any more suggestions, do message me as well. I will read, I will take a look at it so we can share the experience together. So that's it for today's video, and I hope you guys enjoyed this segment, and of course do give me a thumbs up so the YouTube algorithm will pick it up and share to other people as well. Remember the thumbs up, and also remember to subscribe to my channel right underneath there. Click subscribe if you haven't done so yet, and I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.